Hello everyone, so today we will talk a little bit about the SUBD types. Yes, for the types, let's create 3 cubes and just try fastly explain. First subdivision type, as you remember, and just pressing Ctrl A in order to go to attribute editors under the smooth mesh. Let's check this out. Right now we on the global SUBD Catmull Clark, yeah. So it's you see, just didn't do anything. So okay, press 1 this version, press 2, we're going to cage plus smooth mesh, yeah, it's a shortcuts, yeah, and you see the cage and smooth base mesh, yeah, and you can press 3 in order to smooth mesh. This is for a polygonal things, yeah. Great. What about the different types? And don't forget, if you want to see the divisions which are appearing after the, let's say, going to the smooth preview, just press the subdivision button, yeah. Great. Okay, I will enable wireframe just in case, in order to see that. Okay, let's move to a proxy. It's a different method. Okay, let's go and undock it. These 2 dot lines going in here, so just press left click. Great, and you will undock this object or any other thing. If you want to undock, just press the double line and that's it. Okay, so let's use proxy. I will reset all settings, and for our this one guy, we see that in the preview division we have level 2 will be level 1. You see how it will look. We have a 2, and in order to get let's say bold shape, yeah. Great, so let's assign the same value on the subdivision proxy. I will probably hide it for now. Okay, so let's assign the same value and press apply. Great, we have the same thing. As you can see, only the cage looks a bit different, yeah, with like with material not transparent like in this scenario where we have 1 cube. However, if you will check under the outliner, we have a group created when we creating subdivision proxy, yeah. So in that group you will see 1 the cage object, and 2nd the object by itself, the smoothed object, yeah. In order to get rid of it, you can press one more time on subdivision proxy, and as you can see, everything fixed. You just went from that mode off. Great, so let's look fast on the options which we have. Okay, so division levels, self-explanatory, and subdivision types. As I mentioned, OpenSubdiv Catmull, it's a newer version, Maya version. The second one, the first one, Clark, it's a older version. It's somewhere in 2013 or 2010, or maybe I'm mistaken, but it's pretty old, yeah. Okay, so each of these algorithms of subdivisions have settings in here down below. If I will change it, you can see this box will change it. You have a legacy and crease, smooth, map borders, preserve geometry borders, etc. They are self-explanatory. However, you have ability to change in here some small tweaks in case you will apply it and want to change it later. Not a problem. Go to the attribute editor, select it. Select your mesh, for example. Go to the poly smooth proxy, and you have ability to change in here as well. Yeah. Okay. So what we can do next? Okay, exponential subdivision method and linear. I'm using in most cases exponential, but if you want to have, let's say, more control, you can go to the linear. And as you can see in here, you have let's say more divisions, more push strength on the corners, and roundness, etc., etc. So if you want to, create something, and yeah, so for linear things, let's increase a bit. Just just try to play it, yeah. And you can see I'm changing the density, I'm changing the shape, let's say. You see, if I'm even not changing so density so drastical, yeah, we can see that it's going closer to corners, yeah, when you pushing. You see, so basically you have ability to play with that, yeah. Or if you want, you can go with the easy mode like me, with exponential, and that's it. But with more control, you can go with a linear workflow. Great. Setup of the working, let's say, base. So you can work in symmetry and on the half symmetry. So how it will look: symmetry, okay, or whoops, let's undo a few times, or go to the half symmetry. So basically you will be working on one side. For example, I will select the face, extrude it, and as you can see, it will be extruding that mesh, yeah, and a different side. Later on you can mirror it. Okay, and one of the last thing which left, it is display settings. So we can use the transparent, let's say transparent cage. I will create a new cube again. Okay, we can use that transparent cage. We can keep it on the side like when we was mirroring, and we can remove the cage and get the same result like in here. So in general, okay, so let's try to talk about remove. Remove, it will be something like this. Remove it version, you will see all wireframe. Keep, it will be like a mirror, like we saw previously. It will be on the side. And transparent, as you saw, the transparent cage, and then transparent this box proxy can be controlled how many transparency you want with this slider. 1, it's fully transparent, 0 is not transparent. So we can make it fully transparent and get the same cage, yeah, as removed. Okay, so subdivision proxy renderable. If you want to see it in the render view, it should be checked, yeah. What next points in here is to split proxy mesh and split the mesh in the layers area. So okay, let's select everything, yeah, and yeah, the smooth mesh in layers has, let's create only a simple layer, has this option to be, let's say, templated, referenced, or nothing. So it's a normal, template, and reference, yeah. You see in this mode: normal 0, template T, reference R. Okay, so whoopsie, let's remove the layer, just delete the layer. Okay, so let's press it, and as you can see, I have a transparent cage. Great, because I've removed transparency, and I have 2 layers because I've selected this both, yeah guys. So p-cube smooth mesh and p-cube smooth proxy mesh. So this one for a proxy mesh, first one, and the second one is for a smooth mesh, but they are in the different location, let's say. So I will just align it. The top one will be proxy mesh, second one will be smooth mesh. Yeah. Okay, so what we will do, if we will select this B side, just won't be shown in the viewport. Yeah, just hide it like that, or you can hide the mesh, and when you will be rendering, it can be useful. Yes, right now we have transparent, let's say, that guy. Yeah, and as you can see, if I will enable the color and shader on that cage, it will be visible, so you can just disable it like that. It's up to you how you will work. Yeah, but it's a basic settings of this, let's say, smooth proxy. Yeah. Okay, so I've resetted everything. Okay, let's get back to the previous settings, and I will do the transparency. Okay, and just close it. Okay, so we can remove SUBD proxy on mirror. We have a crease tool. The crease tool in depth was made tutorial, I don't know, maybe 2 days ago. You must search it, or I will add it into a description regarding the crease tool, how it works. And you have a possibility to toggle proxy display. You can see the cage or you can see the mesh. It's simple like that. Yeah, or you can select to show them both. Wait a second, to show them both. So I don't know if you will find it useful, but yeah, this is such an option, funny option. And we will remove subdivision proxy mirror. It's a mystique for me, so let's talk a little bit about it. Let's go on mirror, let's say full, and let's go to the positive Y. Yeah, and yeah, great. So let's apply it, and we will remove subdivision proxy. In general, we need to remove it. Yeah, but we will remove only the geometry. If we will apply subdivision proxy again, we'll even extend it because we're mirroring to the top. Okay, so don't forget to bring back again. And as you can see right now, when I've just applied the subdivisions, we have two, let's say, two cubes, not two circular things, not one singular. Yeah, great. So whoops. Okay, so as I mentioned, it's working strange, and it's working not like I'm expecting. And when I'm checking the Autodesk Maya explanation, it should be working differently. Okay, and the third one is let's say last one, at least in my workflow, because I'm modeling in polycube, like a polys, and with smooth preview, extending the same thing, as you can see. Yeah, but later on, when we have already a shape which we want to have, we're going to modify, convert. Let's go to the convert, and we have in here polygons to subdivisions. Under subdivisions, you have a maximum base faces and vertices. You can increase if it resolution won't fit you. Okay, so what we can do, we can select this guy and just press polygon to subdivision, and voila, we have this guy. So what is so special about this guy? I'll remove the proxy, I mean this tab, and just close it. Okay, so what is the difference because it's looking almost the same. And if we will press, for example, 1, yeah, on this guy, you see nothing changed. 2, getting a bit smoother, and 3, it's going smoother. So it's working a bit differently than polygonal cube, as you can see. Yeah, so it's a bit different. Yeah, great. So we can model in let's say a SUBD as well, and in order to model in that SUBD, let's try to select the vertex points. As you can see, I can't do that on the polygonal mode. As you can see, we have some kind of interesting view. Yeah, it looks like a shader is not working. Great, so we need to go to the different render, legacy render, not viewpoint 2. So go to legacy rendering, and let's select the vertex point. And as you can see, you can manipulate the mesh through it. It's like a, you know, like a lattice point or something like that. You can manipulate all the shape, yeah, the big chunks, as we right now are on the base layer, yeah. And shortly we will talk about it, but in general, if you want to start modeling in a SUBD from the beginning, let's say you have this ball, you can go to a polygon mode or standard mode. Yeah, the standard mode, as you saw, I have checking let's say vertex points, etc, etc. In polygonal mode, we're going and we will model everything from let's say modeling tools. So what do I mean by that? That all the extrude commands, let's select the face, extrude commands, bevel commands, or insert loop commands, as you can see, connect segment commands, will work on this guy. Yeah, simple as that. Whoops, wait a second, go to the standard mode, vertex points. As you saw, the vertex wasn't working on the polygonal ink. Okay, so in general, you can go in one direction or another. You can go and try to crease the points, bevel the edges. Let's say if I will select okay, in this mode the bevel doesn't work. We need to go to the polygonal thing, select the edge, and then bevel it. As you can see, so bevel operation will be working on that area. And as you see, additional geometry already added to that particular corner here, and that corner will be, let's say, sharper. Okay, so let's move to the standard and let's check this out. If everything is looking great. And okay, so as you can see right now on the base, we can go to the 1 or second level, and when we're changing it, the points which we can select are changing too. So the reason is, we don't have the third one, but the reason is that, as you can see, the most dense place is where we added this bevel here on this area, and this is the display level 2. If we want to go, let's say, on the bigger chunks, let's go to 1, and you can see right now we have let's say bigger from density perspective, bigger scale, and not so dense vertex points, which we can still manipulate the mesh, yeah, but with a bigger, let's say, area which will be selected from that vertex point. Okay, and the base, it's the base, let's say, only few vertex points which impacting a lot. Like if we will have a smooth brush on the polygonal thing, or should be smooth brush on the polygonal, let's give it here. Okay, so for example, if you wait a second, but it should be okay, it should be, yeah, as you can see, the smooth brush selecting and different influencing and different points. Yeah, so the same effect in here. The lower your, let's say, display level, it's on the base, so it will be moving huge chunk of geometry. Yeah, and if you, for example, want to add in some kind of particular places, let's say in here, as you can see, the soft brushes work as well. I forgot to turn it off. So you can select, for example, one dot, one vertex point. Yeah, for example, in here we want to add something and we need more division, so I'll right click and refine it, and just verify. You can see I have much more dots, and if I will do it again, I will get more even geometry. Yeah, and bigger scope. Okay, so we can select, for example, only these two dots and add more geometry, maybe these two dots, or even one dot, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and let's refine this area. Okay, and in here, as you can see, we can go in the standard mode vertex. Let's select two of them and just do some kind of, let's say it's a detail or something like that. Yeah, so basically a real very rare thing that I'm doing at least something from a modeling perspective. I'm always converting this mesh when I already have what I want. I'm converting to the SUBD model, and if there's some kind of reason and you want to convert it and add some details, yeah, you can do it. You can select these vertex points, you can select the edges, you can select everything and add the details and work on the SUBD model. But I'm used to polymodeling and after it conversion. Definitely, if you want to convert it back, you can do it. And just let's try to do it. And sure, give me a second. Subdivision to polygons. Yeah, so let's open the option box, because in this scenario we will need it. Okay, so in order to convert it, we will select vertices, and we have on that base maximum of 4 levels. So what will gonna happen if I will select the 0, the base level? Let's try it. Let's convert it. Yeah, boom, this is what we get. Okay, let's bring it back and let's move to the 4 levels. Yeah, great. And we can try to do show, we can do replace, so it's up to you. Okay, let's do show. As you can see, oops, okay, so it should be looking great. Let's do it. We converted it to the polygonal mesh, and we can work with the polygons as well. Yeah, so it's up to you how you will be doing one stuff or another in the polygonal and converting to the, let's say, SUBD model. You can use the proxy. It's up to you. It's a plenty things, plenty strategies, how to achieve one or another thing. And yeah, I hope that this information will be useful for you. And yeah, this is a basic overview how to use that, how to use these tools. So I hope that I will use different, let's say, strategies and approaches in future tutorials, because in most cases you will see that I'm modeling in let's say simple way. I'm working most cases with polygonal things. And yeah, so I hope this information was useful. And if you need some kind of in-depth look, I can definitely spend some time train myself as well on let's say different approaches, and let's say try to model some kind of creature or something on SUBD modeling only. I mean from SUBD modeling right away, yeah, without any polygonal mesh. Yeah, so write it in the comment if you need such things, or you want to see how to model with a proxy. Let's do it. Write it in the comment and I will try to show the tutorial based on your queries. Okay, see you guys. Have a nice day.